Liverpool crew. They haven't lost since 1996. Didn't matter who showed up. They owned that pitch.
What's up, y'all? Y'all hit that like button, man. What's up, y'all? Y'all tap that like button. We gonna break down this whole Iceman, curse deal. Let's get some more viewers in there. What's up with y'all, man? Drake took the oath of the industry. I'm sure y'all know that. Let's get some more viewers in there. Y'all tap that like button, sub up to the channel. Yeah, man, Drake took the industry. He took the industry route. You know what I'm saying? Sweet potato. Okay, you got 10 buddies. What's up, y'all? Yeah, hit that like button, man.
But why does Drake call himself the sixth god? And what's the symbolism behind it? Well, I think I know what it is. The physical reality is six-sided. You can move forwards, backwards, left, right, upwards, and down. We live inside a cube. You are the cube, right? But what does Drake talk about in his music? Well, he talks about sex, lust, money, materialism, promotes the ideology of materialism, right? So he's the sixth god. That's what he promotes. He promotes materialism, which is the number six. That's why 666 is the mark of the beast. It's when your soul is so attached to materialism, all you think, feel, and act towards is all the cube, the false reality outside of you, and giving no room and no attention to your true inside reality, to your soul, your root, where you came from, the awareness of the mind. So it's just all materialism. But why does Drake call himself the sixth god? And what's the symbolism behind it? Well, I think I
What's up, y'all? Y'all tap that like button, man. What's up, y'all? Tap that like button. Let me know what y'all think about Drake.
battle of the jackhammer and Dr. Boyle bringing his mother home so she could babysit while he disposed of the body. The prosecutors could find no evidence that the body was transported to Erie in Jack Boyle's car. We did vacuum sweepings from all cars. We tried to see if there was any association with the victim in the car that would not be normal. And there was really nothing that was drawn of any value from the analysis of the bureau. And the plastic bag found wrapped around Noreen's head.
Let's get these views up, man.
A couple of days later, investigators found over a ton of concrete chips in Mansfield, Ohio, on a deserted piece of property owned by a business associate of Dr. Boyle, who also happened to be the uncle of Sherry Campbell, Dr. Boyle's girlfriend. And it was shaped up like we put dirt on top of a burial plot. It was actually molded and shaped, this concrete, as if somebody was buried underneath it. And a witness reported seeing Dr. Boyle in his pickup truck near the place where the concrete chips were found. To find out whether the cement debris came from the basement floor in the Erie home, investigators took samples. If you didn't go to the ER at CTL Engineering.
What's up, y'all?
Fischertelli performed what is called a petrographic analysis. Based on our analysis, we were able to show that the sample that came out of that pile of... Back in the years, fans started pointing fingers at Drake, saying he stole XXXXTentacion's flow in his track Hey MT. XXXTentacion himself called Drake out in an interview, saying the style was too similar to be a coincidence. Drake claimed he'd never heard X's song before, but hip-hop fans weren't convinced. Was it inspiration, or was it stealing? You decide. Delivered a bombshell. The news that Noreen Boyle was still alive.
I think I could do that. Sure, that sounds like a
Like with Amigos, they hated me because I was spitting the truth, bro. Then Offset jumped to defend Drake, right? He jumped to defend Drake. Quavo and Takeoff ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? They ain't say nothing, bro. Offset jumped to defend Drake, and Offset got mad because he got caught wearing my clothing brand. Like with Amigos, they.
To murder Noreen that night while his mother was there, so she could babysit the children that he got rid of the body. Also part of this plan was Jack taking possession of his new home by January 1st and the rental of the jackhammer. Midnight on New Year's Day, 1990, the Boyles argued, and Jack struck his wife on the head in their bedroom. He tied a plastic bag around her neck, wrapped her in a tarpaulin, and carried the body out to his car. Then Jack looked in on Collier to see if he might have heard anything. Collier said he pretended to be asleep. The next morning, Boyle drove his wife's body to his new home in Erie, Pennsylvania, 3 hours away. Boyle used the jackhammer to dig Noreen's grave, then filled the hole with newly mixed concrete. The indoor-outdoor carpeting was placed on top. He transported the concrete debris back to Mansfield to get rid of the evidence of the burial.
I think Dr. Boyle was theorizing that he was going to have a very successful practice. He was going to make a lot of money in Erie, Pennsylvania. He was going to move there, and he was going to have a girl that
hit that like button, sub up to the channel, y'all.
Have a baby with at his side. He wanted to have his other 2 children with him, but he didn't want Noreen around. So, in his mind, that was a successful conclusion to this whole situation, is to just remove her from the scene.
I think John Boyle is somebody who has himself convinced he didn't do this, but I think that he's a pathological liar. I think that he had lied to people throughout his life. He lied to his wife about his girlfriends. He lied to his girlfriends about his other girlfriends. He lied to people about his military experience. I think he was such a good liar, he believed those lies.
Dr. Jack Boyle was charged with first-degree murder in the death of his wife. And The key witness against him was his own son.
His son ratted him out.
I told her, I said, Mom, please sit down. She says, why, Connor? I said, just please sit down. There's something I have to tell
She
you.
said, why, Connor?
She said, okay. I said, I think Daddy has a girlfriend. And then she
Yeah.
said, well, Connor, that's impossible. He can't have a girlfriend. And I explained to her that Daddy had kissed her and hugged her and stuff like that. And I admitted to my mother that I did.
Oh yeah, he's told, son, told on me.
Collier also told the jury what he
What's
heard
up with y'all,
from his
man?
bedroom on the night his mother disappeared.
I heard a thud.
Y'all hit that like button, man.
About this loud. And then about a minute and a half later, I heard, or I mean half a minute later,
Addie, Slimy, what's the deal?
even louder. And at that time, I was petrified.
Shit, no shit.
I was just scared.
The jury found Dr. Boyle guilty.
Y'all hit that like button, man.
To life in prison without possibility of parole for 20 years. But the story doesn't end.
Let me know what y'all think about Drake.
Jack Boyle's brother said Marie Boyle had called him on January 2nd, 1990. 2 days.
What was the no shit? The 666?
He said he wanted to testify at the trial, but had not been called. Maintaining his innocence from his prison cell, Jack Boyle also contended that the coroner had misidentified the victim. There certainly are discrepancies with the warrant.
Y'all want to know what the owl mean? What did somebody say earlier that the owl mean? They said the owl, he rocks the owl because he's from Egypt or something.
In the autopsy, which described the body in the basement as having the wrong eye color, the wrong height, the wrong
People
weight,
be thinking they know everything,
no
man.
gallbladder, and with an intact appendix.
Let's get some more viewers in it, man. Y'all want to know why Drake rocked that owl? I'm going to let y'all know why Drake wears the owl. Hold up, where's my definition at? Drake, he wears the owl because... Hold up, my bad. Drake, he wears the owl because the owl represents secret knowledge. And then because it's a nocturnal creature, it represents the ability to see truth in the darkness and acts as an oracle and messenger from the unseen world. Yeah, that's why Drake wear the owl. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So you can tell he on the dark side because he wearing something that represents the ability to see the truth in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? So you know he dealing with the industry. And that's why he keep that owl close. You know what I'm saying? In pagan occult knowledge, uh, the owl serves as a bad omen. You know what I'm saying? Or an intermediary between worlds. Yeah. You said, why does he wear the owl? He wears the owl as a representation or as a relic. You know what I'm saying? And it just represents it represents the nocturnal creature that represents the ability to see the truth in darkness and acts as an oracle or messenger from the unseen world, which is basically the spirit world. the unseen world. You know, Google can't tell you. Google can't say spirit. They ain't gonna say spirit world like that. They're gonna say unseen. So it all ties back into pagan occult knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And historically, the owl's connection to the hidden truth comes from ancient Greece, where it was the constant companion of Athena, the goddess of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And in Mesopotamia and Hebrew mythology, the night bird is closely linked to Lilith, a demonic figure and primal night spirit. You know what I'm saying? So all around the board, it's something going on with the owl. You know what I'm saying? It's like a deeper meaning behind it. However way you want to put it. Ancient Greece, Hebrew, it don't matter. It's all got some deep meaning behind the owl. So I don't know who said something earlier talking about Egypt. He wears the owl because he's from Egypt. That ain't telling me nothing. I could say, oh, I could rock the owl and say, oh, I wear it because I'm from Egypt. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that's why I'm rocking it. You know, just tell people that. You know what I'm saying? That's just something quick to tell people. Oh, I'm rocking this because I'm from Egypt. Yeah, man. But that's the whole meaning behind the owl thing. It represents secret knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Drake always think he dropping bars and dissing everybody behind the scenes in his songs. And he tries to act like the oracle or the messenger of the industry, because the industry and the spirit world go hand in hand. Because that's all they dabble in. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of demonic stuff. And that's why Drake wear the owl, because it's all symbolic of the industry and him and his whole campaign is pretty much around materialism. You know what I'm saying? The whole six god thing, the owl. I even looked up the red smoke thing on the Travis Scott video with the sicko mode. I said, what does the red smoke mean? I looked that up too. And the red smoke means typically symbolizes intense raw energy, representing vitality, passion, and aggression, and active magic. Keyword, freaking active magic, and it's heavily tied to element fire in the Mars archetype. Yeah, man. And it's the red corresponds to the element of fire. Red smoke or flame indicate that a ritual is being driven by a strong assertive force, masculine energy, or the desire for rapid manifestation. You know what I'm saying? And I looked up that red smoke deal quick. I was like, oh yeah, what's the deal with that deal? hmm We on the Drake. And it's got some demonic ties too and pop culture influence. They had a TV show, Supernatural. The demon Crowley stands out among the demons because his essence takes form of red smoke rather than the standard black. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Alright, so I told y'all what the owl mean. I told y'all what the red smoke mean on the sicko video. Sicko mode or whatever that shit called. And yeah, man. It's not looking good. But remember the owl represents the nocturnal creature, right? So remember Drake has the clothing line called he's got the clothing line called Nocta. Let me find it. Where's that? Oh, here it is. No, that ain't it. Yeah, he's got the clothing. Drake's got a Nike line called Nocta. You know what I'm saying? If you see the Nocta stuff, that's Drake's Nike line. Remember that owl is a nocturnal creature, right? Drake's got the clothing line called Nocta. So I went to go look it up. I was like, what's this Nocta stuff? Show y'all the definition of that. Nocta is a Latin term derived from nox, or genitive form noctis, meaning night or nighttime, and it is used in relation to darkness or the nocturnal. Remember, the owl is the nocturnal creature, right? Nocta, nocturnal. Yeah, man. All this stuff ties back into the owl, and it ties back the into the occult. You know what I'm saying? Drake's part of the industry, man. He deep in the industry, and that's why it took him so long. I don't know how it took him that long to come back after Kendrick dissed him. Boy, it took him a decade to come back. Yeah, Kendrick dropped one song, boy. It took him a whole year and a half to come back with 3 albums. Still ain't dropping no heat like that. So you one of those conspiracy theorists, huh? Nah, I'm just more just breaking this oath of the industry down, man. I ain't really conspiring nothing. All this stuff is they do this stuff on their own. You know what I'm saying? I ain't conspiring nothing. I already got the evidence right here. You know what I'm saying? He's wearing a fucking fat ass owl. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going and looking up the stuff. Like if somebody's wearing a freaking owl, then I'm gonna go look it up. What does the owl mean with the occult? It's a nocturnal creature. It represents secret knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He could say, "Oh, I wear the owl because I'm from Egypt," or "I wear the owl because I'm from Israel." You know what I'm saying? Anybody can make up a bullshit excuse, but I go and look this stuff up on my own. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody could say anything. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't really no conspiring behind it. Conspiracy is like some made up shit. Like I'm just making this shit up. Nah, I'm pinning this shit up in the chat. See the arrows? I got a fat ass arrow pointing at his owl. And then I went and gave y'all the definition to it in the chat. I mean in the thumbnail. Yeah, man. It ain't much conspiring around this stuff. It's just really just breaking this stuff down. You know what I'm saying? He throws up 666. He's the sixth god. You know what I'm saying? And I already broke. See, y'all didn't know that Drake had a clothing line called Nocta. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't know nothing about that. But it's weird and funny how it ties right back into the owl with the nocturnal stuff. You know what I'm saying? So as much as you want to say, oh, the owl means that he's from Egypt and all this crap, why is the Nocta stuff tying back into the owl? You know what I'm saying? So every time I go and if my trail like just keeps getting completed, then I know I'm on the right track. You know what I'm saying? Like if stuff keeps adding up, and I'm like, oh yeah, this the right track. Yeah, I'm on to something. Yeah, you know when you're on the road, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I be feeling with this stuff, cause I break down the oath constantly. So when I see this same crap, I already know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And he literally had everybody digging through a cube. These people was digging through a cube to find out the name of the new album. That's crazy. Got them people out there digging through a cube trying to find out the name of the new album. But he the sixth god. And then on top of that, he stole Michael Jackson glove, tried to buy his glove for 120,000, and then did a ritual with it. And this whole time, all he been trying to do is break Michael Jackson records, and he just want to be MJ. You know what I'm saying? But he don't got no dancing skills. That's why he always trying to fake dance in his videos. You don't know how to dance, bro. You don't got no moves. All this smooth singing and yeah, bro. He just been doing rituals the whole time. He stole. Y'all got to think about this. He bought MJ glove for 120K, and then went took it and made an album cover and did a ritual with it. Yeah, man. This whole time he just been hating on MJ, trying to pass all his records, and then you gonna go buy his glove and try to pass his record with the glove while doing a ritual. Just a big hater. People say I'm hating on Drake, but he been hating on everybody else. He was hating on Tentacion. He hating on MJ. You know what I'm saying? And he was hating on Kendrick. But Kendrick put him to bed. He put him to sleep with that thing not like us. He can't make no hit like that. He put 3 albums out. He still ain't dropped a hit. Yeah, he put 3 albums out. He still ain't dropped a hit. They all sleeper albums. Some shit you'll fall asleep listening to. Yeah, man. And I ain't even hating, man. I'm just giving y'all facts, man. It'll be different if he was rapping or singing and just took that route. but nah, it's this industry stuff that's involved too.
But why does Drake call himself the sixth god? And what's the symbolism behind it? Well, I think I know what it is. The physical reality is six-sided. You can move forwards, backwards, left, right, upwards, and down. We live inside a cube. You are the cube, right? But what does Drake talk about in his music? Well, he talks about sex, lust, money, materialism, promotes the ideology of materialism, right? So he's the sixth god. That's what he promotes. He promotes materialism, which is the number six. That's why 666 is the mark of the beast. It's when your soul is so attached to materialism, all you think, feel, and act towards is all the cube, the false reality outside of you, and giving no room and no attention to your true inside reality, to your soul, your root, where you came from, the awareness of the mind. So it's just all materialism. But why does Drake call himself the sixth god? And what's the symbolism behind it? Well, I think I know what it is. The physical reality is six-sided. You can move forwards, backwards, left, right, upwards, and down. We live inside a cube. You are the cube, right? But what does Drake talk about in his music? Well, he talks about sex, lust, money, materialism, promotes the ideology of materialism, right? So he's the sixth god. That's what he promotes. He promotes materialism, which is the number six. That's why 666 is the mark of the beast. It's when your soul is so attached to materialism, all you think, feel, and act towards is all the cube, the false reality outside of you, and giving no room and no attention to your true inside reality, to your soul, your root, where you came from, the awareness of the mind. So it's just all materialism. But why does Drake call himself the sixth god? And what's